getting into the club, or rather, not getting into the club, for me at least. So last night I was in downtown Long Beach. Some friends wanted to go to the club. They wanted to invite me. I wanted to go, but I didn't have a California ID. So I decided to go anyway and push my luck. So we were in this club, Club Sevilla or something like that in downtown. And we were all just kind of waiting in line around there, hoping and seeing that I can possibly get into the club, because we know I was waiting around. I don't have a California ID or a license yet. I will get my license soon, but I'm slowing things down, really, rather. So the five of us were in line waiting, and they throw me in first, so, because if I couldn't get into the club, some of them didn't want to get in either. Like, they didn't want to get in and then all of a sudden have to come right back out for me, because since I didn't have a California ID, I had my Kaiser card, you know, Kaiser the hospital, and my Long Beach City card. I had to kind of put those side by side, and then he's like, oh, then I walked in. The guy was really nice. He was really chill. He's like, oh, you don't have a California ID? I was like, no, I don't have a license. I mean, it has my birth date and my name on here, the Kaiser card. And then he's like, oh, well, I believe you, but legally, if the police came in here or whatever, if something happened, I'd be liable. And I was like, oh, okay, I understand. So there was five of us. There was three single people and a couple. The couple went in and did their thing. And the three of us, we just walked out, and we went around Long Beach, just walked around. So we were walking there. We passed by a lot of the older drunk people, the ones you really want to avoid. So there were some drunk people on this side of the street. We're like, okay, we're fine. And then a big group comes this way. Then you're like, no, 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 no. So we just crossed the street and ran around, avoided all the drunk people or whatever. And then we were passed by this one club. There were a lot of guys staring at one of my friends. So I held her hand, so we looked like we were a couple. And then the funny thing is that when we came back by that same club, I was holding my other friend's hand. So it was kind of weird how I came in holding one person's hand and came back holding the other. So I don't know how that slid, how people noticed that. And then so we decided to get something to eat. You know, we were bored, didn't know what to do. So we went to Hooters. And I've been in that restaurant before, but I hadn't eaten there, because I only went in there once to get my cousin a t-shirt. So when I went in there, it was different. There's three kind of girls in Hooters, really. There's the smart ones, the ones that you're all walking, you know. I mean, she's all walking by, you want to get her attention, and then she's all hands off. But I just want to get no, okay. Then there's the other one, the ditzy one. You go, girl. Yeah. It's like, yeah, sure. Because one of my friends was asking, oh, can I take my heels off and just, like, kind of walk around barefoot? She's like, yeah, you go ahead. You're fine. And then we were like, okay. And then, the other kind of Hooters girl, let's see, there's the smart one, the ditzy one. I don't know. It was a different environment, rather. And I liked it. Good food. Really attractive girls. Not gonna hire ugly ones. And yeah. So then we left Hooters after like about 2 or so hours, since they were still in the club, and since we couldn't go to the club, or I couldn't rather, we walked back, etc. And then these guys in this car tried to pick up my friend. They're like there's like these four or five Asian guys in a 5-man car, and then they're all in the window. It looks like they're waving at me. So I was like, oh, I waved back, you know. And then they're all, hey, you want to get in the car? And then, because me and one of my friends, we were holding hands, and it's not that I don't. Well, we were holding hands. And then the other girl in front of us was like, oh, we want her, not you two. And I was like, fine. I didn't want you anyway. I was like, oh, it's kind of sad. And then we just kept going, and then they kept laughing. We thought that they turned around. We were running across the street when the cop was right there, you know. And then some homeless man, we thought he was going to, because there's a tree here. The homeless man was walking here, so me and my friend, we walked around the tree. And then the homeless guy just wanted money. My friend thought that he was going to hit on her, so she was all freaked out. And then there's some other random drunk people doing stupid things, etc. You know. And, I almost walked in a pile of barf on the way back. Ugh. And, yeah. kind of a short yet long story of how I didn't get to the club, but I still had fun last night. There's plenty of fun things that I could have done or we did do afterwards that I don't want to mention. But yeah, that's it. Bye.